Australian motor racing fans have enjoyed a long and passionate relationship with sedan racing. This stems back as far as the 60s and hubs from a variety of great rivalries: brand versus brand, driver versus driver, driver and brand versus Mount Panorama, the spiritual home of it all. And as fans, we've been very lucky. It's been 5 decades of non-stop action, great drivers, great cars and great entertainment. Legends have been cast: Beechey, Jane, Gagan, Moffat, Bond, Brock, Johnson, Lowndes and Scaife. Mustangs, Monaros and Camaros, Volvos and Alphas, Mazdas, BMWs and Nissans, Holden Commodores and Ford Falcons. Each of these eras has been very special. Touring cars and series production, Group C, the so-called big bangers, Group A, the international era, then the all V8 era morphing into V8 supercars. Within this period, the world, and especially the automotive world, has changed almost beyond recognition. Even since V8 supercars officially arrived in 1997, the car park has changed dramatically. The market share pie looks very different from 1993 to 2011. By the end of the 2012 championship season, the current generation of V8 supercars will have contributed 19 years of long, solid service. So what's next? And this is a question that all parties in the industry have been grappling with. Never before has so much prep, research and stakeholder input been required to ensure the best possible outcome. Fans, sponsors, manufacturers, media and teams have all contributed. At the core of the project was a desire for evolution, not revolution, and the desire to retain core proven V8 supercar values, and a generational opportunity to further fine-tune and refine the cars and therefore the show. But make no mistake, at the core, these elements remain fundamental to what defines a future V8 supercar. V8 powered, rear-wheel drive, opening the series shop front, market-relevant technical rules, retention of core manufacturer DNA, brand parity, and a very high standard of competition for all. So this is what the Garage of the Future looks like. Codenamed Car of the Future, these prototypes are the result of an extraordinary effort, almost 1,000 days in the making. This is the all-new Holden Commodore, and this is the all-new Ford Falcon, each with their own unique individual power plant, just as we have today, and each with their own unique individual body shape, again, just as we have today, and each with their own parity-proven aero kits, the same as we have with today's V8 supercars. So, what's changed? The answer to the question is lots, but much of it is beneath the surface. But the key item is the new approach to the way in which the spine of the car is built. That is the floor pan and the roll cage. And this extends off the back of Project Blueprint, which currently ties the cars together for both fairness and equality. It also means there's a simplification of an otherwise complex and expensive engineering task. Other critical changes, well, the car's almost 100 kilograms lighter now, which in racing terms is a lot. The old live rear axle has given way to a modern independent rear suspension. Weight distribution's been helped too. The gearbox that typically sits alongside the driver has now gone rearward into a transaxle, which means the gearbox and the differential are combined in one housed unit. Speaking of the rear of the car, the fuel cell has also been picked up from behind the rear axle and it now sits in the middle of the car. The wheel rims are now a more contemporary 18-inch in diameter, plus there's a new Dunlop tyre to match, and accordingly the front brakes have got bigger. All this adds up to a car that is modern, nimble and better adapted to entertaining racing. But the really big story here is this: by changing the way in which the car is built opens the way for new players to participate. And when a new entrant arrives, they can immediately be competitive. This is a must in the modern sporting and commercial environment. And when a new player arrives on the scene with an obvious desire to run their own power plant, well, there's provision for that too under the parity umbrella to accommodate that kind of request. Now, it's very important to note at this point that this is not DNA by decal. car of the future is about opening the V8 Supercar shopfront. It's about a unique body, about a unique engine, about retaining all that you love about your V8 Supercar racing, but at the same time tweaking the rules to make sure that the category remains relevant, modern and exciting for many years to come.